Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Tuesday. Glad you're here. Today's Red Mic message is erased from existence. I got word back the last several days, late last week and yesterday, on a couple of jobs that I had applied for. And in both cases, I was not selected. I was not denied any opportunities, but the positions themselves were canceled. No, you didn't get the job. None of this. We went with somebody else. They were just poof, gone. Felt like Doc Brown, erased from existence. Yeah, Marty. I'll be honest with you, there's a weird psychology to that. It feels less bad than the no interview emails, and those are bad enough. But at least with those, you know that somebody looked at your resume and said no thanks. With a canceled position, it's just sort of nothing. There's no rejection, there's no dignity of the rejection, there's no real feeling of loss or being turned away. It would be really easy to be down and bummed out and depressed about that. It's just sort of this weird ambivalence. But before we go any further, welcome back to Red Mike Messages, leadership and life lessons picked up from my previous 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. This whole experience, the job hunting thing, you can learn some things, and I have learned some things, and this happens to everybody. No matter how qualified you are, no matter how much you've done, no matter how hard you've worked, things are just going to happen that are bad, and they can leave you down. They can leave you bummed out. They can leave you depressed. But I made a promise to myself, made a promise to my wife that I wouldn't be negative about it. Now, I don't love every self-help list on the internet. Some of them really are just fluff. But I saw one called The 15 Types of Negativity to Stop, and I really liked it. So I'm going to walk through it and just stay with me. Just think of this as, it's not motivational poster nonsense, but I think some real world leadership kind of thoughts that you need to think of. And goodness knows I'm going to keep them in my head. Perfectionism. Trying to be perfect is only going to lead to disappointment. There was only one perfect person, and I'm not him. If perfection was required, no one would ever be hired, promoted, or trusted with any responsibility. Make progress, because progress beats perfect every time. Self-doubt. Doubting yourself is going to limit your potential. If you don't believe you belong in the room, then you're never going to speak like you do belong there. Judgment. Judging yourself and others focuses on flaws. Leadership is not flaw-free. It's flawed people showing up anyway and doing their very best and their very best work. Worry. Worry damages your mental health and solves nothing. You can worry all day and nothing changes. Think through the risk. Don't live in panic. And don't worry about it, because it's either going to work itself out or it's not. And if it's not, pivot and do something else. Living in the past. Dwelling on your past mistakes hinders your progress. Should I have taken that job at that other agency and left a job where I was underpaid by a lot? I was capped and they gave me all the money they could legally at the state agency. I love the job. I love my staff. I love my board members. But, looking forward, I saw, what? I need to bolster my retirement a bit. So that's why I left. And if I wanted to live in the past and, second guess myself, well, why'd you do that? I wouldn't be looking forward. So don't hinder your progress by dwelling in the past. Your experience is a tool. Regret will be an anchor. So don't do it. Holding grudges. Holding grudges. It's the old adage is, holding a grudge is like drinking poison, but hoping that the other person suffers the consequences. Holding on to anger is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt anybody else. Forgiveness is not weakness. It's freeing up your mental bandwidth so you can concentrate on good things. Over controlling. You cannot manage everything, because if you try, it's just going to lead to stress and failure and disappointment. If you have to touch everything, then you've built nothing that is going to last. Blaming others. Don't blame other people. It stops you from learning. Accountability is oxygen for growth. Pessimism. I have this problem. Assuming the worst. Expecting bad outcomes destroys your hope. Hope, even quiet hope, it's going to keep you moving. Work on those positive affirmations. Before you go to bed at night, believe that tomorrow is going to be a better day. When you wake up in the morning, say out loud, this is going to be a great day. Here's what I'm going to accomplish. Work on that. Don't assume the worst. Comparing. Don't covet. Don't compare your life to anybody else. Don't compare your job to anybody else. Don't compare anything to other people because envy is corrosive. Procrastination. Don't procrastinate. Do it now. If you delay your tasks, it's going to increase your stress. It's going to reduce your productivity. Momentum is going to beat motivation every single day, every single time. Fear of failure. Fear will stop you from trying new things. Nothing worthwhile comes with a guarantee. So jump off. Go to that deep end and just go. Overthinking, don't overanalyze. It's going to lead to anxiety. Thinking is good. Spitting in your head, no, don't do that. Complaining, it just keeps you stuck in negativity. Problems don't get smaller because you narrate them loudly. So just stop complaining. Be positive. Just, and that leads to the next one. Negative self-talk. Speaking negatively to yourself, it lowers your internal self-worth. It's going to make you feel less confident. It's going to make you, and it's going to show up in your face, your body language, everything. If you wouldn't say it to a teammate, then don't say it to yourself. So, how does all this relate to what I started with? Those canceled positions, I'm not going to let them define me because they don't. The no interview emails, they don't define me either. What defines me, what defines you, what defines leadership, it's how you respond when things don't go your way. Do you spiral down or do you reset? It's like a football game. You have a bad play, there's not a dang thing you can do about it. So go to the next one, knock them down, do your job. Don't internalize your rejection. Keep showing up. Because I will tell you, after my 25 years in public servant, after coaching kids who always didn't win and always didn't listen, after serving under leaders who weren't always great, I can tell you, most success stories include long stretches of silence, rejection, and uncertainty. You're human. You're going to have doubts. Push through them. That's the stuff you don't see on LinkedIn, those long stretches. Not getting a chance doesn't mean you weren't worthy of getting a chance. Rejection is just data. It's not a verdict on you, your abilities, your knowledge, none of it. Control what you can, your effort, your integrity, your consistency, because negativity is going to compound faster than any opportunity you get. So shut it down early and remember to keep moving. Momentum is a choice. Momentum is powerful. And that's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it interesting or helpful. I hope you're able to put some of these things in place in your own life. Please give me a like, a follow, and a share. And if it's your custom, maybe say a prayer for me. I'd appreciate that too. I love you guys. I will see you again tomorrow. And don't forget, as always, life is short. Drink the bourbon.